right, welcome to Math with Otun. Let's look at these exam questions together. All right, are you there? All right, let's go. A rectangular garden measures 15 meters by 9 meters. A rectangular garden, okay? Say rectangular garden, okay? So 15 by 9. Okay, this is just a sketch, okay? So let's say this is the garden, all right? The first question, A, is that we should find the area. So because it's a rectangle, we use the formula for calculating the area of a rectangle, right? And that is what? Length times width, right? Area of a rectangle is length times width, or length times breadth, all right? Width, breadth, the same thing, all right? The length is 15 meters and the width is 9 meters, right? So what will that give us? 15 times 9, that's 90 plus 45, right? 135. Meters times meters, that's meters squared, all right? So the area of the garden is 135 meters squared. By area, we're talking about the space covered by this garden, the total area, all right? So that's 135 meters squared. Settled. B, we are to find the cost of fencing it at £4 per meter, all right? So when we talk about fencing, we're talking about the distance around the garden, right? Going around the garden, and that's perimeter, right? So the distance around the shape, the total distance around the shape is the perimeter. So that means first we have to calculate the perimeter. Okay, so when you talk about fencing, it means you're going around, right? So that's perimeter. So how do we calculate the perimeter of a rectangle? Remember the formula, right? So we multiply the sum of the length and width by 2. Okay? Because you have 2 length and 2 width in a rectangle, right? You have 2 length and 2 width. So you just add the length and the width and multiply by 2. That gives you the total distance around it. Okay? And then we know that the length is 15 meters, the width is 9 meters, all right? And then we have to multiply the sum by 2. So 15 plus 9, 15 plus 9, what's your answer? 24, that's correct. Okay, so that's 24 meters times 2, all right? 24 times 2, waiting for you, 48, that's correct. So that's 48 meters. Okay, but that's not where we're going, all right? The perimeter is just going to help us to calculate the answer. So remember, we have to find the cost of fencing the garden at £4 per meter. So the distance around the garden is 48 meters. So for each of those 48 meters, we're going to spend £4. So how much will be the total cost? That means the total cost will be 48 times £4. Okay? So we're going to do 48 times 4. Okay? I'll leave you to do your calculations. How best do you do it? Okay? All right. We could use columnar multiplication. 4 times 8 is 32, right? And 4 times 4, 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. So that would be a whooping £192. Okay, that's £192. So the cost of fencing the garden is £192. I believe you've got the idea, right? So when we talk about fencing, we're talking about the perimeter, and then we have the cost per meter. So per meter, that means we're going to multiply that perimeter by the cost per meter, all right? And that gives us the total cost of fencing the garden, all right? Please go over the video if you have to, and if you have any question, don't hesitate to drop it in the comment. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.